Well, the Warbirds area encompasses enough space to accommodate about 500 airplanes. It's located on the north end of the complex here. We have everything from fighters, bombers, trainers, the whole gamut of former military aircraft. We have an area called Warbird Alley, and this area features all the show planes that are basically the best of the best. Every day the alley changes, different lineup, different planes, different themes, and it's really, if you're going to be taking pictures of airplanes here at Oshkosh, you have to come to Warbird Alley.
We're here with the Yak-9 today. It was built in 2000. It's got an Allison V12, 1710 cubic inch. It's a really light aircraft. It was the premier fighter World War II for Russia. It's a sport replica is the way they refer to it, but it is built exactly like the World War II fighter and built by the same company, Yakovlev. I'm the pilot for the aircraft. It belongs to the Southern Heritage Air Foundation in Vicksburg, Mississippi. And they let me bring it up here to showcase it at EAA AirVenture. Yeah, I'm a little bit of an oddball, so I kind of like it because it's different. There are a lot of beautiful Mustangs out here today, several nice Corsairs, a few P40s. There's one Yak-9 sitting out here, and I think it's getting a lot of attention. Really excited about that.
Well, the museum is in Virginia Beach, Virginia. It's on a private airport. There are 5 or 6 buildings, there's 6 buildings there. They're historic buildings, and that's where we keep the airplanes. Well, one was all that I started with. I said, all I need is just one flying airplane. And then I found another airplane and another airplane, and I didn't really find them, they found me.
So I always like to say to people that one of the reasons we love events like Oshkosh is because you don't have to be from an aviation family. You don't have to know how to get on the other side of an airport fence to be able to come to a place like Oshkosh and connect with aviation. Not all of us are pilots, not all of us can fly in, but we're all part of this huge family. It's like the carpet's rolled out for everyone to celebrate the spirit of aviation. And I think that's more true in the week that is AirVenture than any other week of the year.
So this is a Messerschmitt BF-109 G6 built by Erla factory in Germany, and it was acquired in about 1990 out of a lake in Estonia, raised to the surface, and I guess it went on display near Moscow for a number of years, was sold on to different owners around the country and the world, and we went and looked at it in about 2012 and purchased the airplane for the owner. We like to say that this is probably the only original G6 flying in the world. Some of the other airplanes, as I mentioned, are Bouchons that have been reconverted, but I would argue that this one probably has the most original structure of a World War II ME-109 flying today. We're kind of known for trying to do our aircraft as authentic as possible. It added a tremendous amount of difficulty and complexity to try to do that with a German airplane, but we felt we owed the airplane that. It's an acceptable inconvenience, if you will. We just felt like it was really important to try to keep it as authentic as we possibly could. So that meant we had to manufacture lots of hardware or fittings. All the tubing is metric. Special fittings that are no longer produced today, we had to make some of those if we couldn't find them. And it shows at the end of the day when you open up the cowlings and you open up the airplane, you look at it, it looks a little abnormal because it's not what you normally see. It's all very German. During some of the other Mustangs, we've restored several P-51s over the years, and a couple of magazine articles, we said, oh, it'd be really neat to do something different. Well, be careful what you wish for, because we got something different. It was great fun. Yeah, it's been a challenge, ups and downs, time, but it's all worth it to have it here.
So what you have behind you is a Vietnam veteran helicopter. It's a UH-34D made by Sikorsky. It's been shot down twice. It is authentic. As of we know, that's the only one of its type flying with combat history. But we decided we wanted to have it on our bucket list to bring it to Oshkosh, and so we brought it all the way in from Oklahoma. Everywhere we go, even when we're flying along, we're thinking we're going to sit in the middle of Iowa and at a fuel stop there. It just has a distinct sound with a radial engine in a helicopter that you just don't hear much anymore these days, and they just end up coming out. You know, and the next thing you know, there's a crowd around it. And just saying, wow, what is this thing? Or, wow, I haven't seen one of these in forever. Is just, for what it has evolved to, and being a Vietnam flying machine from all the way over there, it just puts it in a whole different perspective of how this thing has survived through over there to the States, almost on its last leg through the boneyard to get scrapped. And then we end up being custodians of it to keep it flying and alive, and bringing it to AirVenture here is just, well, it's a little emotional. It's a great thing to fly, and it's really an honor. You know, sometimes you start flying in it, and you start thinking about the guys over in country. You get goosebumps when you fly it. You know, and it's like some of the guys that in the P-51s. You know, flying those, the T-6s, all the Warbirds here. I mean, if it doesn't have combat history, it's got some kind of history of training the pilot to go do his duty. It's quite amazing.
Well, that's one of our missions here at EAA Warbirds of America. The motto, keep them flying. And we feel it's important to preserve the history and pay tribute to the veterans that have served our country. And to be able to tell that story and have those basically emotional connections. When you see a Warbird fly by at high speed and feel all those things, and it's something awe-inspiring, and people really get excited about it.